Coming at you live, we are cooking in Kevin's kitchen. What do you have in store for us today, Kevin?
We know it's a good one because they always are. Anyway, it's that time of season, folks. I make fudge every year, and I make all kinds of fudge. I just love fudge, so this time of year I make it. So, anyway, we're going to go over the ingredients like I always do, and then we're going to get started. So, a pretty quick video. Now, the difference between this fudge and a lot of fudges you'll see on the internet, a lot of people nowadays are doing that real quick, easy fudge. They just 3 ingredients, put it in the microwave, and you're done. Okay, and that fudge is good, but I like old school grandma fudge. I mean, the real fudge. You got to cook it. You got to cook and make candy if you want it right. That's just my personal opinion. You can do whatever you want. I mean, but today we're going to do the actual kind. You got to cook and melt everything down. So, we'll go over the ingredients real quick of what we're going to need, and then we'll get started here real quick. First thing you're going to need is like an 8x8 or 9x9 square pan, and then it's your choice. You can use any kind of wrap to put down, or you know, they got wax paper and all that. You can use foil. You can use butter. Today, we're going to use butter just so I can show you how quick and easy that I do it, okay? And you're going to need a good size medium saucepan like that. And then the first ingredient we're going to need is 3/4 of a cup of evaporated milk. Then we're going to need 1.5 cups of any kind of semi-sweet, milk chocolate, white, butterscotch. It doesn't matter. It's whatever you want. Today, I'm making all of them. I'm making semi-sweet. I already made a double batch of semi-sweet. And then I am making white chocolate right now for y'all. And then right after the video, I'm going to go ahead and make my butterscotch. Anyway, the recipe's the same for all of them. It really doesn't change. Some people say it does. I find that it doesn't. Just keep with the standard recipe. Okay, so you're going to need two cups of chips. You're going to need 1.5 cups of mini marshmallows. You're going to want a cup of nuts, walnuts, pecans, peanuts, pistachios, any kind of nut that you want in yours. I personally only like walnuts, and my wife loves nuts in the fudge, so I go ahead and use walnuts. 1 cup of those. The original recipe is like 2/3 of a cup, but she likes a lot of nuts, so I go on and put a whole cup in mine. Okay, then you're going to need 1 3/4 cups of granulated sugar. Then you're going to need 1 teaspoon of vanilla flavor, imitation or real. Doesn't matter. You're going to need 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt. And then you're going to need your Dallas Cowboys glass. Okay? We always have to have that because that makes the recipe work just right. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And we got to take the sugar, and we got to take the evaporated milk and our salt, and we cook it in a saucepan. We bring it to a full rolling boil. Now, it has to be a full rolling boil. Once it starts to full boil, we cook it for 5 minutes, and that's why people don't usually like to make fudge the old-fashioned way, because it does take a while to make. But let me tell you what, it is a lot more creamier. I think it's a lot more smoother. That's just all there is to it. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started real quick. We're going to need 3/4 of a cup, which I got 1/2 of one here. Nothing has to be exactly perfect. You know, I say that in all my videos. I never measure exactly perfect, so we're going to go like that. That's basically 3/4 of a cup, I'm sorry. 3/4 of a cup. And then we got 1 3/4 of a cup of sugar. Okay, and then we need our 1/2 teaspoon of salt, which I got my deal over here. And for the salt, I do measure because I don't want to end up dumping a whole bunch of salt in it and ruining it. So I will measure the salt. Let me take this on. And it's a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Okay, and that's really all the ingredients that we're going to need. So we're going to go ahead and get this started boiling, and then we'll be back when it starts to rolling boil so that I can show you. Okay, I just want to show you real quick how I butter my pan. I just grabbed me a paper towel, and I already have my butter softened here. I just rake it like that, get you some on there, and then just start rubbing, right? It doesn't have to be a lot of butter. It's just to keep it from sticking. You want to get it all on the bottom first to make sure you get that coated, and then we're going to start on the sides. It doesn't take very long. It's up to you how you want to do it. Like I said, I'm doing it this way just to show y'all that it's just as easy with butter as messing with the foil or any other wrap. So we got our thing ready to go. When this is at a rolling boil, you can see right there, I got the salt, the sugar, and the evaporated milk. And when it comes to a full rolling boil, we'll be back. Okay, just real quick, I want to show y'all. This is just now starting a full rolling boil. See how that's doing that right there? Okay, so right now we're going to set our timer for 5 minutes. And like I said, this is where people don't like to make this kind of fudge because you got to sit here and stir it for 5 minutes. I also forgot to tell you, I started it on about 7 on my stove. Now I'm going to turn it down to about 4 because you don't want to burn it. And you're just going to sit here and stir, not constantly, but you want to stir it all the time because you definitely don't want it to stick. And then the only other trick I was going to say is I have these all busted up because I wanted to show you on the video. But a lot of times I'll just get one big bowl and I'll just make my little soup in the bowl because it doesn't matter. You're going to cook this once it comes off the stove in 5 minutes off the burner. We're going to put everything in, and you don't do anything until all the marshmallows are melted anyway. So it doesn't matter if it all goes in there once or not. So I just make one bowl and make like a little soup of the morsels, nuts, and marshmallows, and then I pour it all in at once. So that's just my other little trick. See you in 5 minutes. All right, we're down to 0 seconds. We're going to turn our timer off. Go ahead and turn your burner off. What we're actually going to do is, as soon as I'm done with this, because I'm doing white chocolate, we're going to go right into making the butterscotch just to show you, because you're not really going to tell the white chocolate little remnants in the pan from the butterscotch. So we're just going to keep on and go. Okay, so first thing you want to do is add your nuts. If you have them separated, it's not that, it doesn't matter. You can do it all at once. Then our chips. And then our marshmallows, mushrooms. We're putting mushrooms in it, man. Not those psychedelic ones, y'all. I know what y'all are thinking. Okay, so we got our teaspoon of imitation vanilla, and we're just going to stir until what? The marshmallows are melted. The chocolate's going to melt real quick, but what we want to do is get the marshmallows all melted.
See, I didn't know there was marshmallows in fudge.
Well, and a lot of times there's not, because they're not doing the cooking kind. They're doing the real easy kind, which is like almond bark or whatever. But you can also just do the chocolate and the evaporated milk and stuff in the microwave, which is the faster version. But like I said, this one really is creamier. That's why everybody's, oh, Kevin, your fudge is so good.
Yeah, it's
my
pretty
wife's
good.
like, you're good. Your fudge is really good. It's different than some people's. Well, it's because we're doing the candy kind, the actual cooking kind. Okay, you can see it's all melted. Look how yummy that looks. Now we're going to take our pre-buttered pan, and you don't have to do anything else because you already buttered it, right? And we're just going to put it right in. It's going to be good.
Looks good.
Takes a second to get it all out of here. Uh-oh, I'm making a mess. That's why I use a wood spoon, so I can really bang it and get it off of there. With this glass pan, you don't want to crack it. Okay. That's pretty much it. Just spread it out to the edge. Now what we're going to do is set this aside, let it cool completely, and then we're going to cut it into squares or bars. It's whatever you really like to do. It doesn't matter.
Looks amazing.
Yeah. Okay, so there's the white chocolate, and then we'll be right back, and we're going to start the butterscotch.
All right, you don't care if I have this, do you?
I don't care if you have it. All right, I'm doing my butterscotch. I got my butterscotch morsels ready to go, and I went ahead and put my nuts in with the marshmallows because it really doesn't matter. So in 5 minutes, we'll be back with the butterscotch fudge. Okay, our timer's going off. We're at the end of our 5 minutes. We're going to go ahead and kill our timer, kill our burner. We're going to go ahead and put in the nuts and marshmallows. And we're going to go ahead and put in our morsels. We're doing butterscotch this time. Make sure you get them all. We don't want no scragglers.
Yummy.
We're going to wait for what? The marshmallows to melt. When those marshmallows are all melted and incorporated, our fudge is ready. Ooh, you can smell the butterscotch in there.
Oh, I know. It smells so good.
Okay, now that we got it mostly done, we're going to add our teaspoon of vanilla. Yes, right here is good old-fashioned fudge. It's not
I'm
the
excited that you're making
newfangled
three.
fudge, right? Yeah, Karen's like, you gonna do a video? I was like, nah, I don't know. Everybody's done fudge before. You know, there's many fudge videos. She's like, well, they didn't do it with you. And I was like, yeah, that's true, I guess. So we're gonna go on and do it with me. Here we go. A lot of people don't make butterscotch fudge. I just kind of make them all at Christmas time. I usually make one batch and I'm done. Sometimes I have to do another chocolate. We have band every Friday night, and so a lot of it gets eaten on Friday nights.
It'll definitely get eaten.
Yeah. Okay.
So buttery good, sweet.
Smells so buttery good. And there you go, folks. It's a good old Christmas fudge. Why don't get you some, because we know it's good. I want to give a shout out real quick to all the women. A lot of y'all hadn't seen our videos over the years, and it's kind of changed over the years. Karen, my wife, is the one that does the recording and all the little animations and stuff like that. So a lot of y'all don't know. I just wanted to give a big shout out to my wife and all the women that have battled and beat breast cancer.
Aww.
So I just wanted to go ahead and we're headed towards the end of our journey, and
thank you.
So I just wanted to put that out there. Hope everybody has a very Merry Christmas, and we'll try to get another video in maybe before Christmas time. We'll see. But anyway, we're going to make a bunch of cookies. Karen likes to do cookies every year, so this year we're going to do a big bunch of cookies, and maybe we can do her a little video or something like that and put it on the channel. Anyway, Merry Christmas, everybody, and get you some good old-fashioned fudge.